talking about today, girl?
We're talking about kids who are not getting inheritance from their very rich parents through their parents' wills.
Correct.
Just in time for Thanksgiving.
Speaking of being generous
Yep.
with the holidays.
And giving and being thankful.
And the rest of the holidays with the Christmas, even if you don't celebrate it, you probably should.
There's no giving and there's no thankfulness.
Oh.
The parents are not being generous and the kids are not thankful.
You better get what you can while they're alive. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I'm gonna name one.
Go.
Hopefully it's not one of yours.
Okay.
But Bill Gates.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel, okay? Because the part of me that is not his kid, which is all of me, when I say part of me, is very upset on like. Okay, no, wait. Let me start. Let me start again, because I keep imagining I'm his kid, which is clearly not the case. I mean,
sorry, my friend.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter. He's not giving his money away, so
True,
I guess it doesn't really make a difference.
He's worth an estimated $139 billion. Let's start there.
Billion with a B.
So, do I think that all of that money should go toward a couple kids? No.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm one of his kids, I'm thinking I should get something.
At least $1 billion. You have 137 others.
That's like less than 1/100th of your net worth. Can you give me less than 1/100th?
Just $1 billion.
That's how I feel as the kid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not his kid. I don't know. I'm not Caucasian, if you haven't noticed. So I'm definitely not his kid. I guess I could be adopted. Let me be fair. But as not his kid, I'm thinking you're right. You should not give it to your kids. Go give it to charity. Give back. I also think it's funny that people, I mean, him and Melinda are very generous. I mean, obviously they're not together anymore, but
because of his affairs.
Yeah, that's not the topic here, but it's a good point. Well, actually, if I'm his kid, I'm going to be like, you put me through a divorce. You have to pay me. I need therapy.
I'm sure he would be like, I'll pay for therapy. I think he's.
Do you think he would?
I think he's actually quite practical. So, from what I understand, right, I think he said that he would pay for his kids' educations, like fully fund them going to college and all of that, but just didn't want to like give them money and make them spoiled. So I say that to say that like he clearly, is generous enough to pay for the things that he thinks his kids need. Yep. So I think he would pay for the therapies, but that's it. That's it. That's where the buck stops.
So I get education paid for and therapy paid for.
Yes.
I would take that, honestly.
Now, it feels like a little bit bullshit. And I feel like this is like going to be a common trend across some of these people that we talk about because he bought his daughter I think they got a couple kids.
Yep.
Right?
I don't know how many, but yeah, at least a couple.
He's at least got a daughter. We know as much.
Yeah.
The daughter recently got married and she did like this entire spread for Vogue or one of the magazines about her wedding. It was gorgeous, which Papa Gates paid for. So you do pay for some things that people don't necessarily need. But to put a cherry on top, the estate that they had the wedding at was basically a gift that he bought her for college graduation.
The estate was
an estate.
College gift.
It was a college graduation gift.
I didn't get an estate for my college graduation. I'm just going to put that out there.
No, I got to find a job. Yeah. Don't come back home.
Congratulations. You've done what you should have done.
What we expect you to do.
Yeah. Yep. So actually no big congratulations. No. Finally, maybe you get a finally. That's the thing is I wonder how many, when they speak out, right? Because we know Bill Gates, he said this. He said, I'm not going to leave my fortune to my kids. Yep. Doesn't mean he's not going to leave them nothing. You can leave them something. I think the thought is I'm not going to give them the entire, let's say, $139 billion.
I would be so salty if he didn't give me anything.
Yeah, if I got nothing, even if you got an estate.
I guess you just sell the estate and then you get cash.
Yeah, but I want my estate and I want my money. Well, I'm your child.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Please, Papa, can I have some
more?
more?
I knew you were going to do it. I knew you were going to go there. Oh, wow. Great sad face.
Okay. Who are you upset by or happy with?
Sir Elton John.
Ooh, we're going to go Elton John's. Okay. What's the deal with him?
So Elton John is a very rich singer.
I've heard of him.
I think and a writer and a producer.
Yes.
So he does a lot of things in the music scene. Is he gay? Yes. Just a
little gay. A little. No, on the gay spectrum, he's off camera. You can't see it. Okay, go on.
So he is married to his spouse. They've been together for a long time. They have 2 sons. And Elton has basically said, like, I'm not leaving money to them. And he was his specific quote was, if they want a Picasso, they can buy one for themselves. And I'm like, are people buying Picassos?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a market that even existed in the world. Like, I thought that they were all museums. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, okay. So this is what you're doing with the money.
Is that what he meant? Like, if you want a Picasso, buy the Louvre?
Literally, when I read that, I was like, didn't know that was an option. I guess that says how poor I am.
That's such a bougie statement. That's like, which of the Hadids is in hot water?
Bella, for saying that her parents wouldn't buy her like Louboutins.
Yeah.
And people were like, but you live in a $60 million house.
In high school, right? That was a thing.
Right.
She's like, I didn't get my first pair of Louboutins until after high school.
Right.
That's exactly how she talks, actually.
Yeah.
So people were like upset.
Yeah.
But to your point, $60 million home.
Sounds like his kids will be upset that they can't buy Picassos with Elton John's money.
I can't imagine, by the way, Yolanda leaving them nothing not because she cares about them, wants to leave them money, but because she wants the legacy to go on. And
she probably doesn't have shit to leave behind, quite frankly. Like,
you don't think she got something out of her divorces?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, I guess fair, fine. She's got the ranch in Pennsylvania that we know about. And there has been some drama there. If you haven't checked out our episode, check out our episode.
The Zayn and Gigi Yolanda episode, everybody.
But yeah, I would bet that any inheritance they get would come from Muhammad, who seems like he's actually quite giving. So I feel like he'll leave some money for his kids, unlike Sir Elton John.
Yeah, so Elton John's giving them nothing.
I don't know if it's nothing. He was basically just like, they have to buy their own Picassos.
That seems fair, actually. That's... The amount of wealth is so outrageous.
I'm so poor.
I can't even imagine it. I want to point out...
Who's next for you?
I have a specific one. I'm going to cheat and look at my phone because I forgot who was who. Because they're both British white men. Actually, no. Is Gordon Ramsay British?
I think so.
He is, right? Why do I picture him American for a second? But he's British.
No, he definitely has an accent.
Or is he maybe not British? He's like Australian or something.
I was going to say he could be Australian, but I think
he's not American.
I think, yeah, he's not. We don't claim that one.
He's not American.
We got a lot of bad ones over here, not claiming that one.
I'm not. Yeah, and I'm saying that because, oh my God, I was getting them mixed up with Simon Cowell. Not as far as who they are, but as far as the accents and where they're from.
Okay.
Because Simon Cowell, did you know Simon Cowell's allegedly worth $600 million?
I hate him.
You really do hate him because he's just an asshole.
He's just a jackass.
He's so arrogant.
He is.
He's just so smug. I want him to be wrong about something, even if it's minor. That would make me happy.
Yeah. Well, he's been divorced, so.
I think he was wrong about something there.
He's having little affairs, had a love child.
That's shocking to me that rich, powerful men are going to have affairs.
Who would sleep with that?
If he offered you a lot of money, maybe you could be a mistress. What if he
Sugar
gave you...
daddy?
Yes, we were talking about this the other day.
Still wouldn't do it.
What if he gave you an allowance, not necessarily sleep with him, but to be in his company for like, I don't know, let's say $20,000 a month to hang out with him?
How many hours do I have to hang out?
You have to at least go on one date a week. You're thinking about it?
I really hate him.
You have to text him, good morning.
Fine.
Sweets.
Done.
On top of that, you have to go on a date.
Oh, I thought it was just a text.
You also have to text him, good morning.
Whenever I would do it, I like money. Let me stop pretending.
Besides that, yeah, you're doing it, girl. Money. We're all doing it. He's not leaving his kids any money. And I actually believe that. I'm not shocked by that.
He's an asshole,
when I saw him on the list of celebrities who don't believe in inheritance, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. He's basically like, I worked for it. This is my money. You want money? You go do it.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, so he's on there. That's all I got to say about him.
So another billionaire, not that Simon Cowell is a billionaire, but Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Ugh. He's weird.
The world's biggest loser.
He looks like a thumb.
Okay, I've never seen a thumb with a face, but I guess.
But like if you just draw a happy face on my thumb.
That's
him.
It
Looks like him.
So he's apparently not going to leave his kids money. I don't know that I would want that money if I were his kids, because it's basically blood money. You know what I mean? Money. Like, you've basically exploited children and their development. You fucked them up developmentally and made money off of them. So I'm actually good.
And people's privacy.
Papa Zucks, keep your money.
And the Russians hacking.
You've got a lot of things going on there.
There's a lot of issues there.
Yeah.
It's weird. I think he's like AI. Is he
like
real?
You think he's an alien?
AI, artificial intelligence.
Duh, like a robot.
Did you see his promo for Meta? It was just so weird. Please tell me you've watched it.
I didn't.
After this, we're gonna watch it.
He's just so strange to me.
We're gonna watch it because you could tell it was so rehearsed because he's so uncomfortable being in front of the camera. But he's basically like, walk with me, and he's like super stiff, and he's like, this is my new version of reality, and it's like his virtual reality, right? Everyone's like an avatar in this world.
No, thank you.
You got to watch it. It's like a sci-fi. It's like a sci-fi film. It's really good.
A lot of these people I don't like is what I'm realizing.
I'm sensing that. Did you see Ashton and Mila not leaving their kids anything?
I mean, let's get them to give their kids some baths first.
Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are saying that they don't believe in right? Generation to generational wealth. They also don't believe in bathing their kids.
I feel like their kids should be more concerned with their health and wellness and getting like daily baths and showers before the monies.
They did say, they clean their private parts and the armpits, and unless they see dirt.
What about between the toes? And like there are other things that get sweaty and gross that need to be cleaned.
There was a subset of people, I'm not going to say who, but there was a subset of people for a while that were saying that they don't even wash their feet like adults and their legs.
Because they like wash the top half, remember? And they let the soap trickle down.
It's the trickle down effect. It's the trickle down effect.
That's exactly what the trickle down effect is. Can you imagine?
Not bathing? No. I bathe every single day and multiple times a day usually.
I shower multiple times a day as well.
Morning and night. I have to be.
I try to make them quick though, because I do like to be good for the environment, and I realize that water is a thing that we need to.
I just have a bucket.
That's gross. That's what they used to do back in the days. That's how "don't throw the baby out with the bathwater" came about.
Because you'd accidentally throw the baby in a bucket.
Because it was so dirty. Because so many people had used it that they would be like, "Oh, you can't see what's can't see what's in the water." No, this is like from my history days. Fact. I was a history major. No, one of my majors was history.
Okay, that was a fun. That's a fun fact. That's something that I would
fun
enjoy.
Fact.
Yeah, people would bathe in dirty bath water.
Well, they had to use the water for like the whole family, and so it would just get dirtier and dirtier. You know what I mean? And they would have to like use it a couple days.
Where was all the water?
In like a tub.
But why can't they get more water?
I think water was a scarcity back then. I don't know, it was wartime.
The thing is,
it's Russia. It was Russia, so
Oh, okay. You should have just started with that. I would have no questions.
Putin.
Remember Stalin those pictures of him?
When he's shirtless
on barebacked on a horse. That's so gross. I hope we could get like an image of that real quick in between us, please.
He's gonna pull this down from YouTube. He doesn't like people talking shit about him.
Both like legally judgy. What if he laughed? What if he did like us? That'd be funny.
That would be amazing.
What if he signed up for our Patreon?
Sorry.
It would, because of the joke.
It would be funny, but
we
not
don't want
because
his blood
it's
money.
Putin.
But Putin's like, huh.
He probably launders the money that he puts into Patreon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're not covering for that.
No.
It's not a shelter here.
All right.
That's it.
So we've got some people who
I think we got enough highlights.
For Thanksgiving could maybe learn to be a bit more generous.
And bathe your entire bodies.
Yeah.
Not trickle down.
Feet included.
Trickle down is not real in many ways.
Yeah.
That's all we're going to say.
All right.
Happy holidays.
Happy Thanksgiving.